Yay! I ordered a point and shoot film camera for multiple reasons. Really excited about this. I've been wanting a point and shoot just to learn on it and see how different it is from my K1000 that I have, my SLR. Also, my mom gave me her old point and shoot and I was really excited, and it turned out to be broken. It was a Canon Snappy K. She said it honestly wasn't that great. So I figured the better option than getting that fixed right now was just to invest in a better point and shoot camera. I also, one of my goals for 2022 is to shoot at least one roll of film every month. I think having a smaller camera that's easy to take around, easier to just point and shoot rather than setting up a shot, and one that has a built-in flash. There's been so many times that I wish my K1000 had a built-in flash and that I didn't have to take the moment to set it up. I definitely do need to learn how to set up my Pentax a little bit faster. I think that's a good skill, but for now, I also really want to try to point and shoot and expand my horizons. Also, this came from Japan. I think that's why it's so... I was looking at the Olympus stylus. I ended up going for this one over that one just because every time there was a stylus up on eBay that was like an actual good deal, wasn't like way overpriced, it was gone in hours. Or it would be at a good price and then the bidding would be going for a day or two and it would get at a bad price. This came with a lot of stuff and it was like a really decent price. And also I was too impatient to wait around until I could find the stylus myself. Oh, they like really packed this in there. Like a brick of camera. I'm a little concerned though because the listing promised that it came with the manual and I'm not seeing the manual. Oh, it's in here. Okay, that's really cool. Part of the reason I got this listing specifically, this one was the exact same price as a different camera that I was looking at, except for it came with the manual and a remote, so I was really excited about that. The case is in really good condition. A lot of the ones I was looking at, the case was totally beat up. This one's like perfect. Maybe it didn't come with a remote in the listing. I swore it said it did though. I'm gonna load this up with Portra 400 because that is my trusty method of shooting. The strap is in really good condition. Whoever had this camera either never used it or they took really good care of it because there's a few little dings, but other than that, it's like really shiny, brand new. All of the leather on the strap and the case are really nice. Hi, I'm back. I finally finished my roll film on this. And I say finally because for some reason this shot 37 photos on a 36 roll of film. Genuinely confused on how that happened. See, so the previews go up to 37 for whatever odd reason. The people in the film shop didn't say anything to me when I picked it up. There's also not like a note in here or anything, so I don't know what they think about it. When I went to go shoot my last few photos before I was gonna go turn it in, got to 36, I shot the 36th photo and then nothing happened to the film. I thought at first that the rewind mechanism was just broken, but I was really confused because the person that I bought the camera from said it was tested and in complete working condition, so I was about to really upset if it was broken. I mean, it might be broken, but in a good way because it shot an extra photo. I don't know. So I was very confused, thought that maybe the rewind mechanism was broken, so I looked at videos of how to like manually rewind it, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna try shooting another photo. I shot one more photo, it got to 37, still no rewind. What? And then I got back in my car and I kind of just like panic shot another photo, and then for some reason it started rewinding at 38, but it shot 37 photos. Before I got my film back, I told my friend that knows quite a bit about film, like, hey, my camera shot to 38, do you know what that could mean? He was like, what? And then when I got the film back, I was like, hey, it gave me 37 photos, and he was like, what? So I don't know what that means, and my friend doesn't know what that means. I'll probably talk to a few other people. If anyone here knows, comment it maybe. I was thinking about posting on TikTok and asking, because there's a lot of people on there. I'm gonna post the negatives too. Also just very confused on how it shot 37 photos, but I mean, that's better than shooting less photos than I was supposed to. I'd rather have shot more than less. Kind of sad though that the last photo is not a very good photo, because I was like, please just rewind. Like, it just like, yeah, I was really just panicking and hoping it would rewind. So it's not a talented photo. One thing I did not test out was the remote. I did not buy a battery for the remote, but I did, however, test out the self-timer. Time to test self-timer, which I'm really scared for. I don't know how that's gonna go. I think I need to invest in a second tripod sometimes. I was really excited for that. Unfortunately, I took 3 self-timer photos. I kind of had this Pinterest photo as inspiration for what I was gonna shoot. First of all though, don't ask me why I shot it, didn't shoot it portrait, why I shot it landscape. I, for some reason, have the hardest time like remembering to do that. So that's all my fault. That's why that turned out like that. And then unfortunately, each of those 3 photos were out of focus. The autofocus did not do its job there. I'm wondering though if it is because when I started the self-timer, I was in front of it like here. I think it tried to focus where I was when I first pressed the button, and then I moved back for the photo, and it probably didn't refocus on when I moved back to. I'm assuming it was just focusing on where I was in the beginning. I would like to retest the self-timer, maybe not pressing it while I'm in front of it, pressing it from behind and then walking around and trying to situate myself, or trying with the remote. I feel like I might have more success with the remote, so I will try that. Autofocus all around though, every other photo I was really impressed with how well the autofocus was. 2 of them it was bad, but that was definitely my fault because I turned the flash off, because one of them was a mirror photo at a concert and I didn't want to like completely ruin the photo with the flash in the mirror, and the other one was at the same concert and I didn't want to like flash photography at the artist, so I turned it off. And I just didn't stand still enough. I think this camera is definitely going to fulfill the reason that I bought it for. It's definitely easier to carry around. It's so easy to just pull out, open, and snap the photo. I don't have to worry about focusing it or setting it to the right anything. I love having a camera with flash also. I've been always so scared to take my Pentax to places that I would need a flash. Having the built-in flash, not having to focus it, and it being so tiny makes it the perfect camera for me to take around everywhere, and it's going to make it easier for me to shoot as much film as I want to. I would love to shoot more of my day-to-day life with my friends and everything on my camera. So now that I know it works for the most part, minus that one weird thing that I'm going to figure out with the extra frame, I'm so excited to keep using it. My only other complaint is that since I got this one, the Zoom 115, the focusing distance for this is pretty far. I tried to take a selfie on it and I had to have like my arm as far out as possible to take that selfie because it doesn't want to focus on something too close to itself. There was another photo I tried to take that wouldn't take because it was too close. I do really like having the zoom. It is like a really good zoom. I haven't used that a ton yet. It has to be pretty far back to focus, but that was only an issue for like 2 photos for me, versus the zoom will definitely come in handy. And another tip, I posted a photo of this on my Instagram story and a photographer actually messaged me and mentioned, also he has amazing photos. I will put up his Instagram, link in his Instagram. He's like very talented. He said, I think you'll be pretty happy with it. On occasion it can get flares on the rim of the lens, so if that happens you'll just want to take your photos less zoom so you can crop flares out. I didn't run into that too much. there were 1 or 2 photos, there was definitely some vignetting, but I was also most of the way through my roll before he messaged me that. I will keep that in mind though, especially he shoots a lot of portraits that look really good, so on my continued trial of shooting portraits the actual correct way, I'm definitely going to keep that tip in mind. So if you're looking for a point and shoot camera, this or its American counterpoint, the Olympus, everyone I've seen says they're very similar, so if you're looking into it I would definitely recommend one of these. They're pretty easy to find on eBay. You'll just kind of have to shop around for the right price. Read reviews on the seller and also make sure that the seller mentions that it was film tested. If they haven't tested with film, then you can't guarantee that it's actually going to work when you try it out. But I would definitely recommend one of these for carrying around, especially if you're starting your film journey or if you just want something easier to carry around. We'll definitely continue using more of this. Hopefully you'll see more videos on it. Let me know what else you want to see from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye!
Heard you say I'm not the baddest, but you lie. It ain't my fault.